We are back.
Yes, we are.
We are. Another week.
Another week, another Navigate with Us.
Yes, now we're back on the calendar, the schedule again.
Yes.
We were a little off for a while there, but we're back on our every 2 weeks. So if you're new here, we will have episodes every 2 weeks for you.
Yes, it's something we look forward to, and we plan a little bit during the week, and then here we are before
Colleen,
we know it.
Come on, let's be honest with the people. How much planning are we doing during the week?
There's usually some texting of stories between you and I. There's some planning, but then there's a little bit of just free for all when we get in front of the mic.
Yeah, well, I think it's we're always kind of looking for what are going to be the most interesting stories to talk about.
Yeah,
and it changes. It's fluid.
It is. Well, it's we think we got into a little game plan, and then there's something crazy that pops up right before we're about to go live, and we're like, all right, we're doing an audible.
Well, we haven't gone live yet, so we should probably do a live. If you want to see a live stream, leave a comment down below. If we get enough comments, we will think about doing a live. I just don't want to do a live stream and then no one shows up.
That's a little humiliating.
That'd be really sad.
I'm with you though. But maybe they'd be listening live. Can they listen live on any the podcast streaming services?
Well, that's not I don't think so, but you can listen to it live on YouTube.
Of course, yeah.
And then I think we can stream. I don't know where else we can stream. We'll have to figure that.
Yeah, the logistics of that. But I guess throw some comments in if you want to see us, hear us.
And if you don't want to see us, throw comments in too.
Please stop, you two. Enough.
Navigate with us. We just want to see ship tours. Yeah. Ship tours coming up though. We're countdown to Virgin. We are now, I think, less than a month, right? Or no?
No, we're a little over a month. We're about 5 weeks out.
Yeah, so we're getting excited for that. In fact, we're so excited, we already booked another cruise with Virgin Voyages. So, Colleen, do you want to tell the folks what this one's all about?
Sure. So, just a little personal thing about Nate and I don't think we've ever done anything for New Year's Eve. We watch, the ball drop. And if we're lucky, we make it till midnight. But we are doing...
Didn't we? I feel like we did something some year.
I don't think so, Nate. We're just kind of... we have something planned. So we are going... Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
We are going on Virgin Voyages.
Yes.
Scarlet Lady.
Yes.
New Year's Eve. So
yes.
December 28th, 2024.
Yes. This is a year out. Because why are we planning it so far in advance?
Because we're ridiculous like that?
Well, we are ridiculous like that. I mean, but really why?
Well, really why is because we want to extend an invitation to all of you.
Yeah.
We want you to join us.
Yes.
The biggest party at sea.
I think it's going to be the biggest party at sea. And it's not a group cruise. It's a group voyage.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we've never done one of these, so we don't know. I mean, maybe one person will sign up. I'm hoping more.
I'm hoping a little bit more. And the idea is it's so far out that people can plan, people can, save monetarily, however they best, plan for trips. But the idea is to try to get something on people's calendars. It's I think, an awesome way to ring in the new year. And this is going to be 8 nights, so not a short cruise. And we've got a few fantastic stops on the way.
Yeah, so it's going to be 8 nights. We are going to Puerto Plata. Am I saying that right?
Yes,
Puerto
you are.
Plata, St. Croix.
Yes.
San Juan. And then the beach club at Bimini.
Yes.
So this will be quite the way to ring in the new year. And if you'd like, you can go over to nywtravel.com/NYE 2024. I'm trying to think, what did I put on there?
It's a mouthful, but you got it right. I'm going to put it
up on the screen anyways, so people can see it. But yeah, and a couple things right now too with Virgin Voyages. This is more Virgin agnostic news. So right now when you book, you can get 200 through me. This is only through me. If you go to Virgin Voyages directly, you can't get this. $200 of onboard credit called Sailor's Loot.
Ooh.
What would you do with $200 of Sailor's Loot?
I think I'm going to shake my phone for a nice bottle of champagne.
I think I'm gonna get another tattoo. So you can use that to get a tattoo.
Oh, that's good. See, that's the best part is there's no limitations of how to spend that $200. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Treat yourself. Go to the spa. Do something fun that you would never do.
Yeah, that's true. So, but that goes away September 28th as well. So it has to be booked before September 28th, right? The other thing is that right now, because it's a sailing over it's an 8-night sailing, get $600 bar tab.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, that's a lot of drinks.
That's generous.
That is generous.
I mean, you think about it. You use your $600 bar tab plus our $200 sailor's loot. If you like to start, partying and enjoying your holiday early in the day, that's $100 a day.
Yeah, and so, but the bar tab is going to drop by $100. Also, you have to book by the 28th. So starting September 29th, no onboard credit, so no sailor's loot, and bar tab goes to $500. And what I understand from Virgin is that bar tab promotion is eventually going to just fade off. It's going to sail off into the sunset.
That's a good little pun there.
Yeah. The other thing is doing it this far advanced. Virgin Voyages offer 10% off the cruise, and then they offer an additional 10% if you pay in full. So again, if you'd like to join us, head on over to nywtravel.com. You can click on the little at the top where it says the Virgin Voyage Cruise, and you can come join us and ring in the new year the Virgin Voyages way. It's going to be a great party.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
All right. So let's move on here because we got some stuff to cover today. The first thing is, so imagine if you are, I got to get my hand here right. So imagine if you are in the control tower and then you hear this message.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
So I think everyone's heard about this story so far, about the explosive diarrhea on the flight. I think it was a Delta. It was a Delta Airlines Airbus A350. Have you heard about that, Colleen?
I have. I think they were doing a long haul over to Barcelona, and I guess good thing they were still in the States so that they could turn around. Can you imagine that over the Atlantic Ocean? Oh,
yeah.
Goodness. What would you do?
I don't know. And again, I don't want to really go through an audio courtesy of liveatc.com. But yeah, I just don't know how that happens. And I feel horrible for that person. That would be the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah. And that's why I don't think we certainly don't want to over talk to it. Not only is it probably not the most appealing topic, but then also just for the poor individual, I think that has to be mortifying.
Yeah, it has to be mortifying. But you know what's worse than poop on a plane?
Poop on a plane? Poop on a cruise ship?
Poop on a ship.
Oh God!
What was the first one called? What was it?
It was called the Poop Cruise.
The Poop Cruise, right?
Yeah,
what ship is that now? They renamed it.
It's one of the Carnival ones. I think, was it the Sunrise?
I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it sounds like we've got Poop Cruise 2.0, 2023 style.
Yeah, not quite as extreme. So this story comes from the Elliott Report. Have you heard of the Elliott Report?
I cannot say I have. No.
You're not down with the Elliott Report?
No.
Okay.
I stick to the mainstream news usually.
Yeah. So I guess it's basically a blog put out by the Elliott Advocacy, which is a nonprofit organization. Basically, it's a consumer advocacy group.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Sorry about that. Had to clear my throat. So anyways, so this one's called A Problem with My Holland America Cruise. Raw sewage in my cabin.
I can't even imagine. And Holland America is kind of the last cruise line I think you would.
Well, they are owned by Carnival Corp.
That's true. That's true. But in all honesty, I think these cruise lines continue to reuse and continue to I guess, sand off the ship and keep sailing them. I mean, these ships are in service for decades, it seems. And, this probably was one of those circumstances.
Yeah, well, this passenger His name is really hard to pronounce, so I'm just not going to even try. But anyways, this passenger had booked I believe it was a 12-night a cruise around Italy on the Oosterdam. Oosterdam.
And I do believe that is one of Holland America's older ships as well.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, first he thought the cruise was going to be great because he actually bid for an upgrade and actually got an upgrade to a suite. So you'd be pretty excited if that happened, huh?
Yeah. 12 nights in a suite.
Yep. But all of a sudden, when he was on there, I guess they started to have, and I'll just read it here. We had raw sewage filling the toilet in our suite multiple times a day of our cruise, he said. The staff tried to fix the problem, but could not. But wait, and then it gets worse from there. What do you think could be worse?
There's more.
But wait, there's more. Then it got worse. Halfway through the cruise, now the temperature outside was about 110 degrees, so really hot summer in the Mediterranean. The air conditioning stopped working in his room.
So is this just all isolated in his room?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it was just in his room, and so of course they requested another cabin, but guess what? Wait, there's more.
There's no free cabins.
There's no free cabins, right? So basically, I want to read this next quote. So we spent countless hours on the ship dealing with this issue, watching them carry buckets of sewage through our suite and had to endure disgusting odors and sights. Our balcony was also a filthy mess, which I don't know why why is the balcony a filthy mess? What does that have to do with the sewage?
The only thing I can think of was it overflowing and it flowed into their room and onto their balcony. I mean, either way.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Ugh.
We have just, our balcony was also a filthy mess, he says. We have just experienced the cruise from hell.
That poor couple or gentleman or whomever, I can't imagine. And to, probably plan this as like your cruise of the lifetime, 12 days, and just one turn after another.
Yep. So, anyway, and actually it was the Carnival Triumph that was the poop cruise number one, actually stated in this article.
Oh, okay.
And that was that was a decade ago. Wow.
Okay.
So anyways, if this happened to you, what would you try to do, Colleen? Well, let me tell you.
I would pay people
It was 12 nights. Wait, hold on a second.
Okay,
I'll give you some
okay.
addition. It was 12 nights, and you spent $9,600 on this cruise.
Yeesh. That's not cheap. Well, I think obviously first I'd want a full refund, but you can't, that's not like livable conditions for the remainder of the trip. So I think I would be reaching out to any other individuals that had cabins with maybe a pull-out couch, or say, I will pay you just to have a clean bathroom and place to stay that doesn't smell.
Yeah, I guess that would have been an option, or maybe just disembark somewhere, which I don't know that you can do that legally. Only certain ports allow for, you can only disembark like permanently off the ship at certain points, at certain, I can't even say it, ports. And I believe it has to be like prearranged, right? So the port needs to know like you're coming, because they have to have customs officials there to like take care of you. So you can't get off the ship most likely. So what do you think Holland America offered them at first?
I'm going to go with like $1,000. Something really minimal.
You would be incorrect. So they offered them a $600 per person future cruise credit.
I guess I'm not too far off on the dollar value, but that's just,
Yeah.
that's insulting at that point.
Yeah. So, again, this person had to, escalate this up. So they got home, reached out to the customer service, explained everything that had happened, explained that they were not happy with the $600 future cruise credit offer. So what do you think they offered them in the second go around?
Now I'm thinking it's $1,000 a person.
You would be correct.
Okay.
You would be correct. So $1,000 per person. But again, they did not find that acceptable. So this is, I guess, where it pays to be, pays to be kind of persistent. So they kept escalating, right? So I think this is the rule of thumb. So from what I understand, this Elliott advocacy group has like a pathway. So like a do-it-yourself, get the corporation to respond to you. What do you think about that?
I love it. I think that's a great idea. So they just reached out to this advocacy group and then they gave them contacts, I guess.
It's not even that. They just have literally a step-by-step guide on how to solve a problem on your own that you're having with a corporation.
I like it. I like it. So at least you can take matters into your own hands and, they say the squeaky wheel.
The squeaky wheel. Yep. So I think this one, let's see how high did this go. It went way up. So, he ended up getting, hold on a second. All right. So he asked for a 50% refund. He wanted a cruise credit, a future cruise credit he wanted a refund. And he wanted a future cruise credit of $1,000 per person that would not expire. And basically, so he was very upfront with what he wanted, and they kind of came back in the middle of the ground. So what do you think the final resolution was?
I don't know. Honestly, at that point, I don't want to say give him what he wants because you don't want consumers demanding, but that's just a horrific situation and a horrible cruise, and they would be lucky to have him come back and sail on Holland America again. So in my opinion, give him a free cruise, give him a suite again, redo that 12-day cruise on the dime of Holland America.
Yeah, not quite that generous, but they offered a refund of $2,000 of what he had paid for the upgrade to the suite, along with a no charge upgrade to a suite on his next cruise. So in a way, if he paid $2,000, he got back what he paid for the upgrade, and then he can now have a free upgrade. So in a way, that's $4,000. So it's almost half.
I don't think
you
it does it justice.
That.
No, I don't. I just can't even imagine being in that circumstance. I mean, I don't know. Where would you have tried to sleep, Nate? The pool deck? I can see you out there.
Yeah.
Just find a lounge
chair. Just look like, one of the...
With your bathrobe.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, hey, man, if I can't use my suite, right, I'm going to make sure I'm comfortable.
Exactly. Your little slippers, your bathrobe.
My bathrobe, walking around my boxers.
That's a sight.
It is a sight. So anyways, again, just I guess the moral of the story is you have to advocate for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess this group, it does say use the executive contacts. So basically, you can find the executives at any company. A publicly traded company usually has it somewhere on their website, and just start emailing people.
Go read a 10K or a 10Q.
Yeah. Or just stalk them on LinkedIn. Say, I want my money back from my poop cruise.
God, that's a lot of poop. I feel like we needed a disclaimer before we started this conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
Hopefully no one's eating.
Yeah. Anyways, so moving on to more exciting. So this is actually, we've talked about Icon, but there's another surprise for Icon inaugural sailors.
I love it. It's just little tidbits of things are coming out. I mean, we are now 4 months away to the inaugural sailing. We're still waiting to hear who the godmother or godfather or godpeople are for the cruise ship. But we got a little taste of something else they're rolling out.
I still think it's going to be, what did we settle on? Dolly Parton?
I think we had Dolly Parton. I think that was the one we were thinking Celine Dion, but that's just...
I think Celine's done other ships. I feel like she's done other cruise lines.
I just don't know. I feel like it's a bad omen. I love Celine, trust me, but...
Yeah.
Titanic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. I didn't think about that, but let's hopefully it'll be Dolly. Anyways, so we know that they had been talking about expanding Coco Cay, but I guess that's actually coming to fruition. And so they're introducing Royal Caribbean's introducing a new area of Coco Cay called Hideaway Beach. And this is going to be adults only, which I think is really cool.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So I think it's going to be kind of welcomed and needed. I think especially if you are not traveling with kids, and given all of the kids areas on the ship, I think it'll be a nice little escape and, have a little bit of quiet time and just the two adults. So
Yeah, Royal is becoming, I mean, depending on the cruise, we've gone on some cruises where it was like the kid ratio was fine. Like there was kids, but they weren't like everywhere.
Yeah.
But man, I think the last one was Oasis of the Seas, and that's where we were just like, we actually were supposed to go on Wonder, and we just canceled Wonder because I was like, I just can't do another Royal cruise. And nothing wrong with Royal, but I was just like, it was too much.
Yeah. Well, we also, out of fairness, we did not realize, but we were sailing during a time period where kids sailed for free. So I think that is something that going forward we'll have to kind of monitor more closely.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid these days. I feel like almost every cruise I feel like is a kids are included. So anyways, Hideaway Beach is going to have, so they're going definitely for like the party theme on this. So I'll just read it right from the website. Crank the party vibe way up. Dance to sun-soaked DJ sets by the swim up bar. Or switch the tempo and kick back poolside. And take your bar crawl to the topics at 5 spirited spots serving refreshing drinks. So 5 bars.
That's a lot. How big is the area of the beach?
It's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, for 5 bars. You know what it sounded like? It sounded like Las Vegas. Like a Las Vegas pool party.
I think that's the vibe that they're going through. And their main drinking venue is going to be called On the Rocks.
Okay.
Also, too, there'll be 2 food options. So a pizza joint called Head to a Slice of Paradise Pizza. Pizza at the beach. What do you think about pizza? I mean, I don't know. Pizza at the beach.
Well, we did, growing up in New England, there was like pizza joints along the beach, and there was rivalries on the best pizza. Like
It's
do
also
equate.
like 75 degrees
That's true.
in the summer.
This will be January though, so I think it's still gonna be. It might be like low 80s. I think it'll be still more comfortable than.
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be very comfortable. I mean,
But I get
January
it.
could be cold
That's true.
in the Bahamas.
I get it, but I know where you're going. Like 7 months after this beach club's open, and you're in the thick of July, summer.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a little hot.
Let's have a pizza. But you can also have, they're going to have another snack shack there as well, too.
Okay, so we're talking like burgers, chicken, like.
Yeah, I guess they have this. I mean, the last time we were there, we just went to the beach club. And I guess they have this like chicken burger that's supposed to be like famous. And I guess you're supposed to stick like mozzarella sticks on it
God.
and like consume all of your daily calories in one sitting.
In one sitting, yeah. No, maybe we could try half. We could split it, just to say we tried it.
Maybe I might just have a burger.
So
Maybe
now
I'll
that I'm thinking about it, so Coco Beach Club actually allows children.
Yeah, there were kids there. Remember that?
They were very well behaved.
Mm,
Near the end, they were a little rowdy in the pool, but I get it.
debatable.
And I guess that's probably why they've extended this part of the beach.
Well, the beach, it's, I almost wish the beach club was adults only.
Yeah.
Because it is supposed to be like an elevated experience, and it's hard to have an elevated experience. I mean, you're right. The kids weren't horrible, but, you could be in a situation where you have screaming kids, and there's some parents that just don't.
Yeah, they're not going to discipline them. They're just going to let them
Especially on a
run
cruise ship.
free.
What is, I feel like parents just like their kids.
They figure, well, what harm can they get into? They just let them roam free. And
But just the manners go out the door. Like,
know.
remember those young girls that try to rush us on the elevator on Symphony of the Seas?
Yeah. I remember the kid having like the straight up argument with his mom at the aqua show, like right behind us.
Yeah, literally arguing with his mom about something to the point where I just turned around and I was just like, "Hey, buddy, no one really cares."
You did say something. I remember that, and
I think it was something to that effect. It was like I was like, "Hey, man, this show's live. Like, this isn't like your television.
Yeah.
We can't DVR the Aqua show."
Time for you to take your argument with your mom elsewhere.
Yeah. So the other thing that this is going to offer is obviously cabanas. So they have 2 different types of cabanas. They have the beach cabana, And the beach cabanas, let me see. I'm trying to pull it up here. You can do up to 8 adults
Okay.
in the beach cabana, and you get some cocktails, or I guess you can have bottle service or something. So it includes drinks, even if you don't. So if you don't have the drink package, drinks are included. It sounds like here.
I can only imagine what the price tag is.
Well, wait. There's also other cabanas that have a private pool as well too. So the Hideaway Beach cabanas have their own little soaking pool, so you don't have to share it with the commoners.
I guess that's nice. So I'm envisioning now in my head, I'm envisioning like a all-inclusive Mexico resort where they've got kind of the swim up pools like right off your room.
Yep.
It's kind of what I'm envisioning in my head.
That's what it looks like here from the renderings. So
Okay.
entry. So now I did make a video about this on my other channel, and someone quickly corrected me that the price is going to vary per the type of sailing. Okay, we get that, right? So we get that. The price is going to vary depending on the sailing that you're on, which I don't know why. So if you're like on a more expensive sailing, they make Coco Cay more expensive. It like defies
You're still
logic.
there at the same amount of time, most likely. You know, probably like a 6 to 8 hour day.
Yeah, but imagine you have 2 ships pull up, and one ship is paying one price for the same amenities.
Yeah, that
doesn't
not
make any
sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
No. But I do get that the inaugural first time that this part of Coco Cay is being opened, I get that that's going to be probably
Yeah, they're
pricier.
going to charge more. So actually, the day pass wasn't too much for this particular sailing. It is $99. Oh, and they've lowered it. I think they were giving 10% off. Now they're only giving 5%.
Ooh.
So it must be selling well.
Yes. So Nate, are we going to be there?
We are going to be there for obviously documenting purposes. So,
Of course.
but I don't know if
are
it's going to be our vibe. I mean, like the beach party vibe. We're like a sit at the beach and enjoy like the
I'm like a
tranquility of the
napper.
sea.
If there's like a napping zone, I'm okay. But if we're going to have pumping music the whole time, we'll see. We'll see if that gets old.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have that. So, anyways, the cabanas on the beach, $1,600.
Ooh.
Now, granted, that is if you split that between 8 people, that's only $200
Yeah.
a person.
But still not cheap.
Yeah, and then the ones with the private pool area. You want to take a guess at what those are?
Oh God, I'm gonna go with 2,500.
You would be correct, man. 2 for 2, 2 for 3 today.
All right, Colleen's on fire.
I'm on fire today with the questions. Yeah, and those are sold out.
Wow.
Yeah, and it looks like I'm looking at the rendering here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6. I think I'm trying to, oh wait, let me go back here. I'm trying to look at the overhead. There's like an overhead rendering of the whole area. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those sold out.
Well, I have to ask if there's any listeners, viewers of Navigate with Us, and you happen to have, reserved that beach cabana, give us a shout out. Maybe we'll come have a
let us
little
know.
drink with you.
Let us know down in the comments. We won't come crash your cabana.
No, we might just come and peek in and say hi.
Well, if we get off early enough on the ship, we can go peek in.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
but that it's going to be like roped off. I mean, they're going to make it probably
ropes are just suggestions.
exclusive. No, they're not, Nate.
They're just suggestions.
If I paid $2,500, I wouldn't want people up in my private crib.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to go run into one of those cabanas and like jump in the daybed and say, what are you going to do about it, Royal?
Oh, Nate, I'll try to keep you out of trouble.
And get banned for life from Royal Caribbean.
Exactly. Well, that sounds exciting. I'm glad that they're continuing to expand and offering some.
Well, I'm glad they're offering something else because honestly, I was kind of interested in maybe going back to the beach club. But the beach club is super expensive this time. I think last time we paid $100 a person. The Coco Beach Club now is almost $300 a person.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just going to be honest with people. That is not worth $300.
No.
There's no universe, this universe or parallel universe, like the one with the evil Superman. that's worth $300.
That's kind of shocking. I mean, unless, if you haven't watched our video of Cocoa Beach Club, please go do it. But, they do have lobster tails. And I think Nate and I both had 2 lobster tails. So to get to $300, I feel like you need to eat probably like 6 lobster tails.
You got to eat a lot of lobster. I'd be like, just bring me the plate of lobster. I'll tell you when I'm done.
Yeah. It's an open buffet of coconut crusted lobster tails.
Well, the other thing too is like that doesn't include drinks or anything. Remember, like
I
couldn't
the whole water saga.
I couldn't find the water at first, and I was like, so I just asked for water, and they gave me a can of water, and they're like, oh, that'll be $4.
I know. I remember how very upset you were about that, and then to only find out there was like little like pitchers or like help yourself kind of like infused water.
You think
which
the guy
would have
been like,
sufficient.
hey, you think he'd been like, hey man, there's like free water right over there.
Right. Nope. Yeah. You got the tin can water for $4.
Just taste water in an aluminum can is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So Royal Celebrity, listen up. I'm talking to you.
Well, for $300, I would like at least, maybe a cocktail or 2 included. Absolutely all the water I want.
Or just some Perrier. Like, where's my Perrier, man? Yeah, and also, so the cabanas, the overwater cabanas. So now, okay. This is, we're talking Coco Cay.
Okay.
Remember how last time I made we did our Coco Cay Beach Club, the club review, right? I talked about the cabanas and how there were some cabanas that are more central that are away from the beaches.
Yes. And then there was others that were closer to the main pool where there was lots of music and craziness.
So now the people at Royal Caribbean Group product team, they don't really listen to all my suggestions, but for somehow I think they picked up on this one because now they have, so the Cocoa Beach Club cabanas now have 2, you know what? It's still the overwater cabanas. I'm sorry. The landside cabanas are now $3,500. And the overwater cabanas are $3,800.
Goodness.
But there's something here. This is weird because it says Cocoa Beach Club Overwater Cabanas A. And it says Pass A. So I feel like there's some type of segmentation about to come with those. So maybe I'm reading into it wrong. But I've never noticed that A before.
Interesting.
And that's something new. So almost $4,000 for a overwater cabana.
I mean, that's like the price of the cruise. Maybe not the inaugural sailing.
Wait, I thought
let me clarify.
Did I share
that.
the pricing details with you?
You did.
Yeah. So anyway, so those are the updates. Coco Cay, completely out of control, expensive with the add-on stuff. And I don't know, man. I feel like some of this stuff, like the beach club, the fact that I don't think anybody's going to buy that $300.
Yeah, it's hard to find the value in it, but we have to say, like, there is free options. Like, you don't necessarily need to do a beach club or an overwater cabana. Like, you can still have a great day. There's food included.
Yep, this is true.
There's great little beach areas. There's trams to take y'all around. There's water slides. There's balloons. There's things that you can do that are probably not, valued at $4,000.
Yeah, and I just feel like this time we're doing the suite. Like I wish there was something extra.
Yeah.
You got with the suite. I mean, you get obviously the private space on the ship, which is great. But I wish you had the option of it would include your option. You could go to the Hideaway Bay, or you could go to the beach club or the Cocoa Beach Club. I think that would be a value add.
You know what, Nate? You know what I think it's going to be? We're going to get to meet Dolly Parton. She's going to be the godmother of sea, and that's going to be our perk. They're going to say, you get to meet her.
That's awesome. Now, if it doesn't happen, we're going to have to hold you accountable.
I know. Well,
well, that was it. That's all we had for today.
Yeah.
So kind of a short episode there. So hopefully you enjoyed it. We appreciate you coming along as always. Again, if you like this, this is our long form content. We also vlog as well too. So we welcome you to subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. If there's a topic or story that you would like us to cover, leave a comment down below, and we'll do our best to cover it. If you need to book a cruise, head on over to nywtravel.com. That's nywtravel.com. Again, it never costs anything more to book with us than it does with the cruise line, and we may have special perks and offers that we can help you out with. And other than that, we'd just like to say, navigate your world.